Prawn and Chorizo Paella. Now we start off with the carrots, so peel those, both carrots, and then going to top and tail them. In that we're going to cut both ends of the carrot, so we've got a nice clean carrot to work with. Chop these into bite-sized chunks, not too big, so they cook evenly with all the other ingredients. You've got a pack of 3 peppers, so you've got a green pepper and a red pepper and a yellow pepper, which is very appealing to the eye. These we chop into bite-sized chunks again, just making sure that we try not to waste too much when we're cutting. So cut it in half, split it open, and just gently ease these stalks out, and the pips, the seeds that come out, just try and take those out too. They can be a little bit bitter, but it's okay if there's a few in with your peppers that you're cutting. It's quite hard to get rid of them all. Mushrooms, quarter those, so they again are bite-sized chunks. You've got red onions. If you haven't got red onions, you can use white onions, but the red ones are slightly sweeter if you have those. Peel and slice those. Get your 2 garlic cloves. So the best way to peel a garlic clove is by just crushing it, and the skin will come off very readily. Then chop these quite finely, or as finely as you can. They will cook, but if you can chop them finely, that'd be great. You have your chorizo, so take the ends off and then score it on the side and peel the skin off. Cut these into bite-sized pieces too. Keep saying bite-sized pieces only because everything will cook evenly. And when you eat it, you don't have too many big pieces in there, so it's better to eat the paella which has got pieces which are cut very similar size. Put your pan on. I'm using a paella pan, but you can use a large frying pan with a lid. Pop some oil in there and cook the garlic and the onions together for a couple of minutes. Just try loosening the onions as you go along. They're quite, when you chop them, obviously they're not loose, so you just want to loosen them. And then put your carrots in there. Again, give that a stir, a couple of minutes. Add your chorizo. Give that a stir as well. After 2 or 3 minutes, you put your cumin powder, paprika, smoked paprika preferably, and some oregano. We have tomato puree, give you that lovely tanginess. Toss in your peppers, beautiful colours coming together. Get your stock cube and crumble that. Get your mushrooms and you put those together in there. Give it a stir so everything's mixed in with all the spices and the flavours that we put in. Put your paella rice and give that a good stir as well. We have a litre of hot water. Pop that on there. This will help the rice to absorb and become soft, and let it cook in the water. It will rehydrate. Pop your lid on. In the meantime, chop your parsley. Quite well, if you can, chop it finely, especially the stalks would be great. That doesn't matter so much for the leaves, but chop as finely as you can. Pop half of that into the paella and leave the other half to sprinkle on top at the end. There you go. And again, that just adds some more vibrant colour to your paella. About 5-10 minutes later, just give it a stir and put the heat on simmer. You don't want it to cook too quickly because the rice needs to absorb the water and rehydrate. Again, give it a good stir. Every few minutes, just give it a good stir after 5-10 minutes. Pop the lid back on. Again, keeping the heat on simmer. Once your rice is cooked, you can tell that it's cooked if it's not hard inside, but you don't want it to be too overcooked or too squidgy. You want a little bit of bite to it. You add the prawns on top. 2 packs of prawns I'm using, and we're putting some frozen peas as well, a bowl of frozen peas on top. The prawns are cooked and the peas are cooked, it just need warming through in the paella. So that's why they go in last. Add a bit of lime juice, just to give it another bit of tanginess to it. And the remaining parsley, chopped parsley. That looks absolutely amazing, and all the colours come together, all the flavours come together. Give that a stir. And then put the lid back on so the prawns and the peas warm through, and serve.